Mr. Ambassador Bill White, we're very honored to have you here at the table of the afspraak. First of all, our best wishes for the new year. In Belgium, we say we wish each other a healthy year, een goede gezondheid. How do you say it? What do you say in America?
Well, dankjewel. Thank you very much. And a happy new year and a healthy, happy new year with peace and prosperity is the wish for all of Belgium and all the world.
Yeah. You've been here for a couple of months now, if I'm correct. Did you get a chance to see a couple of things in Belgium? Because there are a lot of beautiful places. You have Mannekepis in Brussels. You have a lot of sightseeing to do in Antwerp. Did you get a chance to see something?
I will tell you, first of all, my husband and I have been coming to Belgium for 20 years for me, about 10 years for Brian. We have many good friends here in Antwerp and in Brussels and in Wallonia.
You were a fan already.
I am a fan already. I love Belgium. I love the Belgian people. I love the culture. I love the history. I also love the entrepreneurial spirit of Belgium. This is a great country to be assigned. It is the honor of a lifetime to, number one, serve your country, but to serve a president who you respect and who you appreciate. And we are working very hard here in Belgium. I will tell you, the food is better than Paris.
Oh, thank you so much for that, because we think so too.
Yeah, we agree. And
you like Brussels sprouts.
I also cook a mean Brussels sprouts.
This
is
because you're a chef.
Yes, thank you, Bert. Thank you very much. Thank you. And it's really great to be here because we have a lot of very important work to do. But we have traveled around the country. We are meeting all of the wonderful groups of business, cultural, religious, political, fashion, diamonds.
You're enjoying yourself here.
I am having the best time. If you had to pick a country to come, you should choose Belgium.
I'm already here. I'm very happy here also. I heard you celebrated here in Belgium Christmas also, and New Year's Eve.
Yes.
I even saw a couple of pictures of your lovely house on Instagram. The Instagram of your husband, Brian. Well, that looks kind of cozy.
We were waiting for you for dinner.
I didn't get the invitation because the mail didn't come.
Is this your house?
This is the home of the U.S. ambassador to Belgium. It is called Whitlock Hall. Whitlock was the first ambassador assigned when Belgium became a great nation. And this is the ballroom. And
is it true that the decoration was based on, inspired on First Lady Melania Trump?
Yes. So Mrs. Trump is really, I think, one of the main reasons we are here in Belgium. She has a special place in our heart for Belgium. Her commercial photographer, who is the person who has been shooting her professionally for almost 2 decades, is a Belgian woman.
I read about it.
Maho. And she is a fantastic photographer. So when we were doing the decorations, my husband said, look, we are going to make this one of the greatest, most beautiful houses in Brussels. And you can't really see the rest of it, but I'll send you some photos. He did a really good job.
Okay, on Instagram then.
Yes, ma'am.
So, Mr. White, how close are you to President Trump and Melania Trump? You know him very well.
Well,
because I see a picture. Is it in Mar-a-Lago?
Oh, very nice. Yes, that's Mar-a-Lago. So Brian and I are members of Mar-a-Lago, which is his home and his dinner club in Palm Beach. I have known President Trump for, I would say, about 35 years, so I know him very well. I came to meet him when I was 23, and this is when the Veterans Day Parade in New York City was suffering financially. And you would not believe this because we have a very close relationship with our veterans coming to Europe twice to help liberate Europe from the Nazi tyranny. And one of the things which I have always been very, very proud of President Trump is his support of veterans. So they were making the veterans stop at the lights in the parade, stop at the lights. They also made them pay for their own parade in New York City. And so President Trump gave me $1 million to save the Veterans Day Parade. So this is the beginning of a very long relationship I've had with him. So I know him very well. And I love and appreciate and respect him very much.
Yeah, you know him very well. So let's get to business then, because If I may say, the Americans have a history of starting the new year with a bang. So this was a couple of days ago. We see President Maduro, the picture of President Maduro arrested and taken into custody to the United States of America. Some even call it a kidnapping. Mr. White, how do you call it?
Okay, well, first things first. Nicolas Maduro is an illegitimate president. He was not elected to this office. He was under federal indictment 15 years ago for crimes against the United States. He is a serial drug trafficker. He has been a terrible president to the Venezuelan people. And this was a law enforcement operation to bring Maduro and his wife and what will be others to justice in New York City in federal court. There actually was a superseding federal indictment that was pronounced recently, which lays out the very serious charges of his activity while leading the country of Venezuela. And he will be given a fair trial in New York City. I know the prosecutor, Jay Clayton, very well. He is a very fair broker. As he said, Maduro and his wife are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law in New York, and he will have his day in court very soon.
Yeah. What was the purpose of arresting Maduro?
Well, if you think of what's happening in Belgium, more cocaine was stopped and seized in the port of Antwerp than all American ports combined last year. Just stop and think about this for a second. So what is happening in America is the drugs move from south to north. They don't move from America to Venezuela or to South America. They move north. And when our border is closed, the drugs don't stop in Mexico and hang around. They go like this. And this is west, and this is east. And I speak to the customs, the Belgian federal police, the military, the mayor of Antwerp, the CEO of the port of Antwerp. I have been with them, and this is a catastrophic problem coming to Europe. We have a very serious problem in America. And I want to say something. I thank President Trump. You may not agree with the way he does things. That's fine. I like the way he does things. He is very effective. You know exactly what he is going to do because he says what he's going to do, and then he does it. And the fact that Maduro is off the street now is a good thing for Belgium. This is a good thing for the world. And our children will no longer be subjected to this narco-terrorist.
But it's not only about drugs, it's also about oil, and it's also about democracy. We saw a tweet of you where you're, we see the tweet here. You congratulate President Donald Trump for his leadership and the incredible successful US military operation that will save the great people of Venezuela and lead to a peaceful democracy. Will there be a democracy now, and how will the United States put a democracy there?
So two things. I would like to tell you a very interesting thing that happened to me the other day. I was visiting the Cinquantenaire in Brussels.
Yes.
It's a beautiful place where people come and gather. There's the Auto World, the Military Museum. And we will be hosting the greatest 4th of July, 250th birthday of America at the Cinquantenaire on June 28th. So I was visiting there, and I saw a group of people. There were 50 or 60 people with the Venezuelan flag wrapped around them. There were old, young, kids, babies, and I wanted to go over there. My excellent Belgian federal police were a little concerned. I said, no, it's okay. And I said, are you all happy about what has happened? And they erupted with yes. And I introduced myself to each one of those people. And these women I was talking to, they were crying to say thank you. They said, please thank President Trump for what he has done. And what President Trump and the team will be doing is
so they should be grateful.
Yes, I think the world should be happy. You may not necessarily agree with the process, but the fact that he is off the streets is a good thing for the world. And to see those beautiful people in Belgium thanking me was very emotional. And I sent the photo to President Trump. I texted him. And I said, I just want you to know how grateful these Belgian citizens who are of Venezuelan descent and people who are visiting them from Venezuela wanted to say thank you for what you did.
And did he text you back?
I don't talk about what he texts back, but I will say what I text him.
That's probably the smartest choice. Yes. Werner Thomas, professor. Ik kom even bij u, want u bent expert Latijns-Amerika. De VS hebben een geschiedenis van inmengen in Latijns-Amerikaanse landen. Dit is natuurlijk een nieuw, een ander geval. Daar gaan we het zo meteen over hebben. Maar zijn ze inderdaad blij? Moeten ze blij en dankbaar zijn dat ze verlost zijn van Maduro?
Ja, geen idee eigenlijk. Ik vermoed van wel, als je het bekijkt vanuit het pure machtsprincipe. Als je het natuurlijk bekijkt vanuit democratische principes, dan zou je vragen kunnen hebben bij het proces. Het is wel zo, inderdaad, de VS heeft een lange traditie van ingrepen. Een 30-tal in de 19e eeuw, 40-tal in de 20e eeuw, tot de val van de muur ongeveer. In het begin zijn die vooral defensief bedoeld. Is dat helemaal niet de agressiviteit die men er vandaag van maakt. Maar natuurlijk, dat is opgegroeid. En zeker uit de 20e eeuw, de Koude Oorlog, is dat wel heel erg versterkt. Johnson, ingrepen in Latijns-Amerika. Ja, of de Venezolanen tevreden moeten zijn dat Maduro weg is, denk ik, zal de tijd uitwijzen. Als dit goed uitdraait en als er inderdaad stabiliteit kan behouden blijven en de situatie van het volk niet in gevaar komt en tegelijkertijd economische ontwikkelingen zich kunnen voltrekken, dan zal dat zo zijn. Maar als dat uitmondt in chaos, ja, dan is het misschien niet zo'n geweldige beslissing geweest.
Ja, gaan we het straks nog dieper op ingaan als we het hebben over Venezuela zelf, het land en hoe het nu verder moet. Bert de Vroey, collega en Amerika-kenner, ik wil toch ook even bij jou komen, want die actie in Venezuela, en we moeten onze woorden wikken en wegen, was eigenlijk tegen alle internationale regels. Zijn die veranderd, de spelregels, de internationale spelregels, door deze aanval?
Het hangt ervan af aan wie het vraagt. De ambassadeur heeft het gezegd. De Amerikanen hebben een juridische basis voor deze actie. Er is een aanklacht geweest, jaren geleden al, tegen Maduro en zijn echtgenote, op basis waarvan ze gearresteerd zijn. Het was inderdaad een soort law enforcement actie. Het feit dat ze natuurlijk gewapend optreden in het buitenland, dat is tegen het VN-handvest. Zonder toelating van de VN-veiligheidsraad en ook niet in een actie die je kan beschouwen als zelfverdediging. Ja, dat is volgens internationale experts tegen het VN-handvest en tegen de internationale regels. Maar ook daarvoor hebben de Amerikanen een rechtvaardiging, omdat ze zeggen, dit kadert in de strijd tegen terreur. Ze hebben de drugskartels uitgeroepen tot terreurgroepen. En op basis van oude toelating om de strijd tegen de terreur te voeren, die nog dateert van 2001... zeggen ze dat ook dit een strijd tegen terreur is en dat dit dus juridisch oké is. Het hangt ervan af hoe je het bekijkt.
Ja.
So if I could, as I'm listening, you speak very good Dutch. Yes, it's very, very good. My compliments.
Is that true? Did the US fabricate legal reasons?
No. So just again to remain calm, because at this table of good people and your guests here, I think what you said is very smart, and let's wait and see how this plays out. I will say one thing: President Trump has not started any new wars when he was president, not one. He has been working to end all of the wars around the world. I see a gentleman shaking his head. But I will tell you, he is the peacemaker. He is not...
For you, he's still Mr. Peace President.
If I can tell you, he is the peacemaker in chief, period. He hates war. He hates what's going on with the people of Gaza and Israel. He hates what's going on in Cambodia, as we saw. He hates what's going on in Ukraine. He is begging everybody to stop this killing. He wants it to stop. He ended the war in Afghanistan. he does not want, he was against the war in Iraq. Donald Trump does not want America to go to war. We are not at war with Iran. We had a surgical strike. Some people would say international law. This is something I'm hearing a lot on Twitter, international law. It's like somebody got all the talking points together in the morning, and international law is very good, except when 300,000 Americans are being killed by drugs, except when in Belgium there's more cocaine coming into this beautiful country to poison the people of Belgium than all U.S. ports combined. So what I would say was, it's an extraordinary move. It's a daring move. It's a dynamic move. It's what's called leadership. And the world is very happy that he is off the street.
But that it wasn't only about the drugs. That's even what the president himself said, that it's also about the oil.
Well, it's not. He didn't say it's about the oil. He said the fact that Maduro is now going to face justice, which is what everybody seems to be very happy about, you have to address the other issues in this country with the beautiful resources that the people of Venezuela, not Maduro, should control. The people should control these assets. And there are many companies from here in Belgium, around the world, that are wanting to help to bring those resources out for the benefit of the Venezuelan people who have been suffering, who have been starving, who have been beaten, who have been suppressed, and who have been murdered by him.
Let's take a look
for speaking out.
Let's take a sneak peek at the future of the Venezuelan people. Amerika wil Venezuela besturen, overnemen of runnen, zoals president Trump zelf heeft gezegd.
Judge, because I'll give you an answer and it'll be very controversial.
What does that mean?
Because we're in charge.
Bert, ik kom eerst bij jou. Hoe gaat Trump dat doen? Die leiding nemen, wat bedoelt hij daarmee?
Ik kan het eigenlijk niet echt beantwoorden, want het is nog niet echt duidelijk. Want tot nu toe hebben we alleen maar gezien dat president Maduro en zijn echtgenote zijn naar de Verenigde Staten overgebracht. En de president, of de huidige president, is ook een Chavista. Is ook iemand die behoort tot het Chavistisch regime dat eerst geleid werd door Maduro en nu door Delcy Rodriguez. Dus wordt dat echt een regime change? Blijkbaar niet. In eerste instantie, de persconferentie van de president was vrij duidelijk, ging heel veel over olie. Als hij zegt, we're going to run the country, in eerste instantie denkt hij aan de economie, denkt hij aan de oliesector. Hij heeft ook bruggen en wegen genoemd, heropbouw van de infrastructuur, want dat land ligt inderdaad een beetje op apengapen. Ik denk dat hij in eerste instantie daaraan denkt. En we zullen moeten zien of er interesse is van oliemaatschappijen om daar ook te investeren, want de olieprijs staat zeer laag, de productie daar is vrij duur. Dus we zullen ook nog moeten afwachten of dat zal lukken.
Will it succeed?
I do think it will be successful, and I am very proud of the Venezuelan people. You could have a lot of things happening in Venezuela right now, good and bad, and I think everybody is remaining calm. This is a very important thing for us to encourage and to inspire and not try to inflame the situation. But President Trump has said also in this press conference, because, there's a clip, then there's the rest of what he said, which was he wants to make sure that there is a just transfer of power, which will ensure that a dictatorship previously in place is not what is running Venezuela now. And I think this is what people are very interested to see, how this will work. We are in the middle of this situation now. I think it will be a very good outcome because President Trump's goal is we have no troops on the ground. We did not invade Venezuela. This was a law enforcement action. We are not having military. We are not at war at all. And President Trump wants to make sure that that is known to the world.
I want to address something else, Mr. Ambassador. Trump said about the new interim president, Delcy Rodriguez, that she could pay a big price if she doesn't do what's right. And I know you like President Trump's style, but is that the way to go, that tone?
Well, I think it's important for anyone in Venezuela to know that what happened to Maduro could happen to anyone. And President Trump, that's a quote from him. Now, look, you can like the way he says things. I told you I love how he says things. That's a pretty clear message to not mess around, because he wants Venezuelan to be for the Venezuelan people. So if somebody else wants to come in and be a drug dictator,
that's a clear message.
The message has been sent.
Yeah.
And people should listen to him when he's speaking right now.
But how come he's so concerned with the Venezuelan people? Why?
Two things. It's a very good question, and I appreciate that. There are many people in America that are of Venezuelan descent, and they have been talking to President Trump not only in the last 6 years, because, you know, he was president for 4 years, and then he was not president for 4 years, and now he's president for 4 years. They have been talking to him about this for 8 years. You know, we have similar issues and complications with other countries that are under communist situation, like in Cuba, where we have a very difficult situation for the Cuban people. This issue with Venezuela has been something that he feels very passionate about. It got to a point where enough is enough. And he does care about the Venezuelan people because he's listening to them. There are groups coming to the White House. He is so happy to hear from them about how to improve living, how to improve services, how to improve healthcare. So Secretary Rubio, who is of Cuban descent, is very passionate about this. And he and President Trump are the right team right now to make sure that Venezuela gets back on a track for the Venezuelan people.
Yeah. Bert, we hoorden het net, hè. Er wordt een duidelijke boodschap uitgezonden door Donald Trump, maar ook aan het adres van een aantal andere landen. Hè?
Ja, hij heeft de voorbije dagen een aantal landen genoemd die moeten opletten. Iran heeft hij genoemd. Iran, daar moeten ze ophouden met de doden van burgers. Daar zijn volop protesten aan de gang. Moeten we de komende dagen en weken in de gaten houden, denk ik, wat daar zal gebeuren. Van Cuba heeft hij gezegd dat zal vanzelf wel in elkaar storten. Mexico heeft hij gezegd, Mexico wordt gerund door drugskartels. En tot op zekere hoogte is dat waar, denk ik. Klopt dat? In bepaalde regio's, denk ik, zeker wel. Daar zouden wij de drugskartels kunnen aanpakken. En tenslotte ook Colombia, drugskartels en guerrillagroepen die met de drugskartels samenwerken.
Mr. Ambassador, what about Iran? Should they be concerned?
Well, to your point, which is a very good point on all of those, you know, President Trump actually spoke with the president of Mexico and asked her, you know, the cartels are running Mexico. They are. Would you like our help you to eradicate the cartels? And she said no. So this is a little strange. Why would you not want help to eradicate? But in Iran, after what we courageously did to end the future of a nuclear program in Iran, the people, see, this is the thing. You have to take leadership. You know, when President Obama was president and there was a rise up in Iran, President Obama was silent. He said nothing. There was no message of support for those people who were then later murdered and thrown off roofs. I'm a gay man. In Iran, if I go to Iran, they throw me off the roof. Bye-bye. But what I was saying is, I think we should be encouraged by the Iranian people who are getting arrested and getting probably killed for protesting, because we have to support them and speak to everybody. Support the people of Iran because they can make a change in Iran as well.
But should they be concerned of military action in Iran?
I can't speak to the military plans of the U.S. government at this table, but I can assure you, if Iran is back on a program of developing a nuclear weapon, they already know what will happen again, which is what the world would expect to happen under Donald Trump. He's not invading any countries. He wants peace in Iran. He loves, again, the Iran. Why does he care about Iran? There are so many people.
He cares about all people.
The United
in the whole
States.
World.
He does. He, by the way, he got more gay vote than any Republican president in the history of the country. More black vote, more Hispanic vote, more Asian American vote. So he does care about. He's colorblind. I always say that. So for Iran, he wants Iran people to be running Iran, not these awful mullahs.
And then we have to talk about Greenland. Bert, jij bent daar voor een VRT Nieuws docu geweest. Wat heb je daar gedaan?
Ja, in de maand mei zijn we daar een documentaire gaan draaien. Waarom zijn we daar naartoe gegaan? Natuurlijk omdat president Trump al een paar keer had laten blijken dat hij belangstelling had voor Groenland. We have to have Greenland, zei hij. En dat om twee redenen. Omwille van de strategische ligging van Groenland. Belangrijk voor de scheepvaartroutes. In geval van een eventueel conflict tussen de grootmachten VS en Rusland of China. Ook heel belangrijk strategisch gelegen, militair en voor ballistische raketten enzovoorts. Kunnen we moeilijk op ingaan. En ook voor de grondstoffen. Er zitten heel veel belangrijke mineralen onder de grond. En we zijn daar vooral op gaan focussen om te kijken hoe makkelijk het zou zijn om die grondstoffen boven te halen, of daar interesse voor is en hoe de Groenlanders daar zelf over denken. En ja, wat we wel gehoord hebben is dat niet alle Groenlanders zouden blij zijn met een stormloop op Groenland. We kunnen misschien eens kijken naar een klein fragmentje.
The big mining companies, they're very good at seducing little populations like ourselves and promising everything, and they never keep their promises, not at all. And they leave a mess, and the losers in this game will always be the local indigenous people, and the winners will be the big international companies. There's two of them. It's a mother with a calf. Maybe they recognize the boat from last year.
Mr. Ambassador, the president said, and Bert already quoted, we have to have Greenland. When and how are you going to get Greenland?
So, number one, we are here to talk about Venezuela, which I'm very happy to talk about. And I can't really add anything else to the quote of our president on this matter at this time, but I will say, number one, compliments to you. This is a beautiful place. This is the Trump one. This is when...
So I can't... I won't get an answer if I ask you if there's military action, if that's an option.
I would say two things. Greenland's current location relative to the strategic ballistic threats, military threats that are currently moving around the world in our world's oceans, Greenland is a critical strategic environment for protection not only of NATO but the U.S. So I can't add anything more to the statement, but I would say that Greenland is extremely critical to the strategic defense of the United States and Europe and NATO.
Zouden ze het kunnen? Gaan ze het doen?
Dat weet ik niet, maar misschien wil ik dan toch twee dingen zeggen. Het is inderdaad belangrijk voor de Verenigde Staten en ik denk dat Europa dat ook wel begrijpt. Maar in het kader van een alliantie ga je ervan uit dat dat ook kan geregeld worden in samenspraak met de bondgenoot. In dit geval Denemarken. Groenland is een autonome regio, maakt deel uit van Denemarken. Voor wat de grondstoffen betreft, er is geen enkele hinderpaal voor de mijnbedrijven uit Europa of uit de Verenigde Staten om daar te investeren. Behalve, dat kan ik je wel zeggen, de onmogelijke logistieke situatie van Groenland. Want je hebt er geen wegen, je kan er maar een aantal maanden per jaar werken. Het is klimatologisch heel moeilijk enzovoorts. Dus, maar op zich, Amerikaanse bedrijven zijn er welkom. Wat de strategische situatie betreft, de Denen hebben een overeenkomst gesloten met de Verenigde Staten, recent nog vernieuwd, een aantal maanden geleden, waarin ze heel veel mogelijkheden geven aan de Amerikanen om zich te vestigen met nieuwe bases, om aanwezig te zijn in Groenland als dat nodig is. In het kader van een alliantie, en dat is de NAVO, ga je ervan uit dat je dat ook kan met elkaar regelen. En dus de uitspraken van president Trump zijn daarom vreemd, omdat hij laat uitschijnen dat dat niet genoeg is. En dus, als je mij vraagt, wat maar gaan ze het doen? Ik denk het nog altijd niet, want het zou wel heel bijzonder zijn wanneer er een militaire actie zou gebeuren door een NAVO-bondgenoot tegen een andere NAVO-bondgenoot. Wat ik wel denk, En de ambassadeur zal er niks over zeggen, neem ik aan. Maar wat ik wel denk, is dat de druk op de NAVO-bondgenoten, ook op de NAVO-bondgenoten, zal worden opgevoerd om toch in die richting te evolueren. Misschien zal president Trump weten dat hij een dealmaker is en misschien zal hij het wel een keer koppelen aan andere dossiers.
Aan militaire
steun voor Oekraïne, steun voor de veiligheid in Europa en zeggen, ja, oké, wij blijven Europa verdedigen, maar wij moeten Groenland hebben.
Mr. White,
if I may say, he's very smart. You should keep having him on the show.
That's why we invited him. Thank you so much. The US have military bases all over Europe. Does the president have plans to withdraw troops as a bargaining chip?
No, there are no plans. And I would add that to your point, and something again for everybody to hear, because maybe we don't always hear everything in the news the way it could be purely delivered, the full sentence. And I appreciate the opportunity you are giving me to talk about this. President Trump is so proud of our founding alliance with NATO. This is one of the most important alliances our world has ever known. And you know, President Trump is the biggest proponent of NATO. If it wasn't for him, NATO would not be raising this over 500 billion, with a B, as he says, to defend NATO countries from aggressors. So I just wanted to say, when people say, are we pulling out of NATO? Are we pulling out of our bases? There's nobody more passionate about Europe, NATO succeeding than President Trump, which is why he said something recently which people, again, I think are taking the wrong way. He doesn't want to see Europe decline in GDP, in military superiority,
but if I may,
in defending itself.
Do you understand personally that European leaders are wondering if we're still allies? There's even a question, are you breaking up with us?
No. Breaking up is hard.
We have to say.
Breaking up is hard to do. This is a lovely song.
It's been a long marriage.
Yes, but we are very happy in the marriage. But I think it's very good that NATO is now burden sharing. America was carrying the weight for countries that absolutely could afford to do its fair share. But if you look at the GDP of Europe compared to the United States 10 years ago, it was equal. If you look at GDP today, Europe is 50% lower than the United States. And Germany, which was the industrial power of the European nations, has a GDP now less than the teeny tiny state of West Virginia. So if you think that's a good thing not to pay attention to, that's what President Trump was saying. He hates to see Europe go, he said, down. And so do I, and I think so do we all. We want Europe to go up and to be successful,
stay married,
and to be
but
prosperous.
We go in therapy. Bert?
We just had the therapy session. It was a good one.
Maar is het ook
Good job.
Want we look upon it as if it were a marriage. Dus we kijken ernaar alsof het een huwelijk is. Van beide kanten kijken naar ons huwelijk. En de Europeanen vinden natuurlijk dat in een huwelijk er verstandhouding moet zijn. Maar ik herinner mij ook de woorden van Kissinger in de jaren 60, die gewoon zei, de Verenigde Staten hebben geen permanente vrienden of vijanden. Die hebben gewoon belangen. En dus als je het vanuit dat perspectief bekijkt, dan is het ook niet verwonderlijk dat de Amerikanen naar NATO niet kijken als een soort huwelijk. Want ja, er zijn geen permanente vriendschappen. Dus ik weet niet hoe u daarover denkt.
Just getting the rest of it. I saw the smile, so I was hoping for the good ending. But let me just reframe it a little bit. Forgive me if you give me just a second. I was in Bostonia about a week and a half ago for the 81st anniversary, and I met 10 men who fought in that battle, who came from America, and the youngest one was 100 years old. 10 men flying from all over the country. Some of them lied to join the military so they could come here to Belgium to help liberate the Belgian people. These are 19-year-old kids who never know your name or your grandfather's name, and they came here to fight and die in this country. So I say, when I go around the country and I take the criticism, no problem. I'm a diplomat now. I was a businessman, I still am. Now I'm a diplomat. I think you can hear I am trying to be diplomatic also, effectively. Our bond with the people of Belgium is spiritual because it happened on that battlefield. Young men died there. They are buried there. And you know what? Belgian families, they come to this battlefield where those men are buried, and they put flowers. And this bond can never be broken. We can argue, we can even fight. But for me, the bond between Belgium and the United States of America will outlast anything. If we remember what happened on that battlefield. If we forget that, because the younger generations of people coming into Belgium, you want to get into illegal migration, we'll have another show. I think this is a problem because the young people are not learning about what happened on that battlefield, changed the world forever. And I think if we remember that, we'll all try to figure out a better way to get along.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bill White. Thank you, Bert Vroey.
I have something I want to give you.
Oh?
This is my ambassador coin. This is a very big deal. And
okay,
I'm
and you
giving
want
this
to give it to me?
To you, yeah, because you're doing a very good job.
Okay, thank you. It's an honor.
Thank you
so much. Dank ook aan mijn andere gasten, Mr. Bill White voor the honor en de medal.
Thank you.
Ik zie jullie morgen, ik ben helemaal van mijn melk. Ik zie jullie morgen op een nieuwe aflevering van De Afspraak.